I said I'd be back, and here I am. After getting the Desert Hills record, I kinda wanted to get a record on a new track that was unique. And after watching a video by the Mario Kart player Maniac, I kinda figured it would be fun to go back to Rainbow Road, but this time play on Kart. I've always preferred outside drift on the track, so it's just a more fun way for me to play. And I was really surprised by how much time save I got. The record on Rainbow Road was admittedly not the cleanest on Flame Runner, but I think this run looks pretty good. It definitely has improvements that can be made though. Obviously the Kart shortcut, but also just general lines in the figure 8 section, or whatever you want to call it, definitely can be improved. But without further ado, here's the run. So usually at this point in the video, I would put up a comparison between the new run and the old run, but considering how different they are and how big of a time difference there is, I feel like they're uncomparable. So I'm just going to analyze the new run, which is something I've kind of wanted to do in their videos, but would kind of make the video run long. So I kind of want to go over the mistakes, what I can improve on, and just overall driving lines here. Man, it's really hard to make interesting commentary for this. No idea how I did it for an hour on the timesheet video, but probably because it wasn't interesting commentary. So, as we start here, we're going to see in just a second how when I jump, I do the normal moon jump. Now, that's because it's just easier, and in the 5 hours I had, it was just easier to learn the lines and get more comfortable with the track rather than going for the immediate best strategies. You need to hit the boost panel here because it gives you a ton of speed. If you don't hit the boost panel at the end of the ramp, you can lose upwards of like 0.5 seconds, which is quite a lot when you're dealing with such a fast run. You'll see that I take a bunch of tight lines and get orange mini turbos. The orange mini turbos last forever, and it just lets you get to the next boost panel to keep your speed. I take the left path here because I believe it's faster, and if it's not, it's just way easier to go on. I know it's the one they use for the lane switch, so that's just what I tend to go on. Pretty easy here. So after the moon jump, you'll notice that I end in a drift. I start a drift before I go off the ramp. That's because I need a tighter alignment going into the first corner after the ramp, and if you start drifting afterwards, you'll swing out a ton. Here, I only do 2 tricks when I slow down. That's because if I do a third trick, I tend to jump over the ramp, and it's much more worth it to get consistency over like probably about 0.1 or 0.2, I'd say, if I got a third trick there. I did have another Kart run I used that did get a third trick there, and it gains a bit of time, which it doesn't look very great, but it's what works better. You'll see it on lap 3 as well. It's just for consistency's sake, because it's really heartbreaking to lose if I lost a run like this, which is my fastest pace ever into lap 2, and then I got a good lap 2. Here I have a slight mishap where my vehicle becomes angled, and if I start drifting immediately, I'll get thrown off the track. What you have to do to avoid that is keep your wheel straight, and then eventually, after like half a second, you can drift again, which I do pretty well. You can see it slides a little bit, but it isn't too bad. Closing out this run, I was really nervous because probably one of my best paces ever. I just nailed everything, and after that corner skip, I knew it was pretty much sealed as long as I don't make any stupid mistakes. You'll see I go a little wide off the ramp here because just nerves, but I nail every boost panel. I've been known to go around those panels on accident or make it too sharp. So just ending everything, getting that final orange mini turbo, and not hitting the wall at the end is just a great way to finish off the run. For my next record, I may do more kart stuff, or I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go back to bike categories, but probably something I haven't uploaded here. Hopefully within the next couple weeks I'll have that, but with school and other stuff, I don't know when I get around to editing. So, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll see you in the next one.